wants to decide which way it wants to go. Stock's a little, it's kind of just hanging out in the middle. It's not overbought, not oversold, just chilling. The MACD, there's, like I said, they're squeezing, just going trigger over the signal under the trigger, whatever, until it decides which way it wants to run. So it looks like we're starting to get a squeeze coming in too. What else could we look at? Let's look at some Johnson & Johnson. Johnson & Johnson had a nice little gap up, ran up, pulled back. Maybe we'll go long when it starts to turn around. Depends on what the volatility is going to be looking like. Let's go to the spiders. Spiders are usually pretty good to trade if this chart ever loads. Alright, this charting software seems to have a little bit of problem, so let's just check how our Microsoft is going. Microsoft is looking pretty good right now. Up 102 on that trade. We're up a little bit on Apple as well. This chart's bugging out a little bit, so we're going to go ahead and cut out. Alright, finally got that charting software to start working out in our favor again. Cut back to Apple over here, still pushing strong. Looks like we're going to get pretty close to our target of 385 on the day. So, I actually talk about the reason why my target is 385 for Apple for the day, and what my plans are for the stock, and regarding with the option I bought, which I took a huge net loss of like 70%, but right now it's turning around, and that net loss was cut from 70% to 26% in one day. So I mean, I called the trade right. I actually called the trade perfect. Just my timing was off, and unfortunately, well, if I would have bought it at what it was trading at earlier today, which was 14 cents, I mean, I'd be up 100% right now. Sick money. But anyway, can't always call them perfect. So let's go 6 month, take a look. Alright, so my strike price for this option is $405. So I'll go ahead and draw a line up here, roughly around 405. Alright, 405. And then I'll just do a little tax. Alright, this is my option strike. Apple's high today. What are we currently trading at on Apple? Are we pulling back a little bit here, or? Yeah, we're pulling back right at 383. Alright, so we roughly almost got to, did we break 385? Let me zoom this out. No, we did not touch 385. We got close. Just pulling back now. But, so anyway, I bought my option here on Wednesday. So on this first bullish breakout, I took a huge loss on this day. Made most of it back today. Right now I'm down 42 net. That's because stock's pulling back. Someone just sold at the bid for 30 cents. But anyway, so I need Apple to get to my strike price. Well, not even my strike price. I'll show you a little better, so I'm explaining this so horribly. Alright, so current price of Apple, $383. Let's go to something that's a little above. $390 is $1.50 a contract. $395, 77 cents a contract. So $10 out of the money, and we're looking at 77 cents a contract. $1.50. So pretty much my goal for Apple is I'm looking to get a price of $395 for Apple for my contract to be very profitable, or a decent amount of profit. So if we get the $395, I'm golden. That's when I'm going to start to put my trigger orders in for my options, and the trigger order would pretty much be if Apple goes below $395 to just dump all my contracts, take whatever gain that might be, 100%, 50%, 90%, I don't know. And then I'm pretty much just going to ride it out until Friday morning, which is probably when I'll end up dumping it, assuming we're above $395. So that's pretty much my strategy of options. I buy out of the money, pick it up nice and cheap. It's really risky, but I mean, when it goes in the money, it's nothing like buying a contract for 40 cents and selling it for $1.50 per contract. I have a lot of them, so a lot, not like a lot. But you guys get the point. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut out and cut back in a little bit. Alright, so I went ahead and found the largest gainers on the NASDAQ today. Well, just now, not today. But I did this in order to kind of be able to show you like more in-depth technicals. So I'll quickly show you what would have persuaded someone or me to purchase the stock prior to. Obviously this huge bump that was probably done based on news, we'll check that in a little bit, is not easily foreseen. You can't sit here and be like, oh, the stock it went down, it's going to explode 43%. No one sees that. So we're going to go back and look at this chart in a year. And this is daily. So as you see, we did a nice little double top back here at around $7. And then the stock kind of formed it did a fake out cup and handle. Remember, this chart pattern is in the PowerPoint. You have the nice little cup and handle coming in. You think it's going to break out. It does a fake out breakout right here, and then it just falls $2 a share, like a rock. Well, $3 a share, actually. And then now we kind of have a nice little roller coaster, I like to call these, when they just kind of bump up and down. You could kind of consider this another double top right here, it looks like. So if that's what you want to call it, but I like to just call this a nice little roller coaster because it's not really a triangle, it's more rounded. And then followed by a breakout. So we're going to go back into a 6 month. And then see, one reason why, well, someone would have bought the stock, that for a real reason why someone would have bought the stock, not someone who got lucky and say, oh, I bought this because I knew it was going to go up, because you didn't, is right here. I'll zoom in on that a little bit. Is this day, when it gapped up in the morning. Because look, we have lower lows consecutive, and then we have a gap up with a lower low, and it didn't break a higher high. But I mean, remember, bullish trends are higher lows, higher highs. Bearish trends are lower lows, lower highs. So I mean, the fact that this has been on such a massive downtrend here, this gap up, and then look, same thing over here, downtrend, gap up, low low closed higher than the previous low. And it just signals an uptrend. So if I knew about this, would I have bought the stock? Probably not. I mean, because of the past history record of a stock going all the way down. If I was feeling lucky, maybe. And you know, you would have had a nice day on a almost 50%. So let's go ahead and take a look at this intraday, which is also important with these breakouts, because people think they happen gradually throughout the day, which usually is false. Most things happen within the first 15 minutes. You see here, stock actually gapped up to, what is this price? It gapped up to roughly, it's not going to be working for me right now. It gapped up to $4.31. So, I mean, it was a pretty big gap up from a close of $3.32. There's a dollar gap. And then, as you see, it went on. Momentum held for a little while, and now it's just kind of chilling out. I'm going to do a nice little triangle. Let's zoom in on the price a little bit. Maybe let's see what's going on a little better. And here you go. It's kind of forming a pretty ugly triangle pattern. So, let's go ahead and take a look at a couple more of these. We'll go over to find these biggest gainers. You really go on Google, type in